Hi there, welcome back to Lemon Lane Cottage. Today we are back in the shade garden. I went ahead and splurged. I got a little bit of mad money and I purchased the Hellebores for the shade garden. I also got mulch plus a couple of other little plants that I want to show you, and a couple of things I'm actually going to move from somewhere else in the yard to the shade garden. So I want to get that section finished. I want to get it mulched, and then in the next week or so my husband and I are going to go shopping for some tropical plants. We're in zone 10A, so that kind of lets us keep plants in the ground year round that maybe you couldn't in cooler climates. So I'm excited to do that, but I told myself I want to finish. I want to be a finisher. I tend to flitter here and there in the garden wherever my attention might be at that time. Sometimes that's necessary because weeds grow in one place and not in the other, or something needs tending, and that's just kind of normal maintenance. But as far as planting, I want to be better at finishing sections before I move on to the next. So we are going to actually finish up, as finished as a garden can be, finish up in the shade garden. I'm going to show you what I bought. We'll get it in the ground, we'll get it mulched, and then I'll show you how it all came together, and I will give you just a little peek at the ideas I have that transition us into that tropical garden. So that is all the chit chat. Thank you again for subscribing. I have several new subscribers and I just want to say welcome. If there's anything that you want me to cover, any questions you have, please ask in the comments. I do try to get to them as timely as possible. But I do love hearing from you. So with that, let me go ahead and get out my shovel. We'll get to planting. As always, thanks for stopping by. I also picked up some hollyhock. This is not going in the shade garden, this is going in the potager. So I'll do that later in the week. And chicken scratch, rabbit food, rabbit treats. I was right next to the feed store, so figured I might as well get this while I was at it. So let me tell you, hey bud. So let me tell you what I got. Besides 2 bags of Dr. Earth Premium Durable Patio Bark, and I get the fine ground mulch. I also got, you saw the hollyhocks, and these actually, they're for the sun garden, like I said. These are Black Watchman. Wasn't looking for black, it's like a purplish dark color, but I think it'll be striking. So those are actually going to go into the potager, into the spring wild. Once the spring wildflower garden is done, I'm going to need some summer color, and I've already added some zinnias and some sunflowers in there and some cosmos that will take over once the poppies and bachelor's buttons and all those spring flowers are done. So that's for a different day. For today, I found this, and of course I got the only one without a tag, but this is Louisia. It is actually an herb, and it likes alpine, sandy, gritty kind of conditions, and I think right where I have it here in the shade garden in the front, it is kind of gritty, and it won't get full intense sun, so I'm hoping that it does really well there. It actually is a medicinal herb as well. It goes by the name of bitterroot, I believe, good for sore throats. So I will definitely research that, because I did not buy it for the medicinal properties, but it's always wonderful. You see that? It's always wonderful when you have a dual plant like that. So that will go in the front and changes things around from the last shade garden video, and that's what happens when you garden. You look and you think, okay, that's gonna get too tall, that's not quite right. You either move things or you change your planting, and that's actually what I'm going to be doing today. Changing a few things around. So I got that, and then I also got a new hosta. This one is called Blue Mouse Ears. And it actually was hosta of the year in 2008. And I did want another hosta. What I have in there is the yellowish green. I wanted a blue. So I think this will be so lovely. And I got 3 Hellebores. And I know peak Hellebore season in Southern California is over. I doubt that I will get any blooms from this until we cool down in the fall winter. But they're only $13.99 at my local Armstrong's, which is a local Southern California garden center. So I went ahead and picked up 3, because as gardeners we have to be patient, and I certainly can. I picked up 3 for what I would have probably paid for one nice big one in bloom. So 3 of those. One of them doesn't have a tag, 2 of them are blue, so I'm not really sure what the third color will be, but I'm sure it'll be beautiful. And as I look at them, I was going to put them in the front. I'm looking, and they're actually bigger than what I thought. I thought they were going to be shorter, and they get bigger than this. We'll actually get about 24 inches, maybe up to 36 inches wide. And so that's bigger than the area I had planned, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of rearranging. So I have an azalea that I'm digging up in a different part of the garden that is being overtaken by camellias, so it's not happy. I'm going to dig that up, and I think I have another hosta that the same thing is happening to. It's getting pushed to the back, and you can't really even tell it's there. So I may move that. I have to go over there and look. That's it. Let's go ahead and see where all of this is going to end up in the garden, and let's start digging.
Of eternity, 7 days in another country. Every cell screams, stay right here, and my legs, they freeze us in fear. We got time after this, but I'll need you as my brightest light, even in the darkest night. Shine so bright.
Okay, everything's in the ground. Now I just have to get it mulched and then I'll show you how it looks. I am so happy with it. It has really come together, and in the months and years to come, it's gonna get even more beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this video, seeing how I'm adding shade plants to my newly established shade garden. I know several of you have said you've started shade gardens, or you've just moved to a property that has a lot of shade. I hope this is helpful. There's always the standbys of hydrangeas and foxgloves and all of those things hostas that we associate with shade gardening. But go down to your local garden center and see what grows well in the shade in your area. It might not be the same things that will grow in the shade here. Things like hibiscus will grow in the shade here because we get so warm. In your area, hibiscus may be a sun-loving plant. So check with your local nursery. Let me know in the comment what grows well in your area in the shade. Maybe I will hunt it down. Always have room for one more plant somewhere in the garden. So thanks again for stopping by. I'm going to go ahead and get this mulched. I'll show you what it looks like, and I will see you in the next video.